Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, the one and only Hidden Flame, and today we are talking Final Fantasy and the timeline. And yes, mistakes were made, but also theories are confirmed. So what I mean by mistakes were made, I have found a bunch of interviews, very old interviews from some of the old games. I have found the ultimatums, which are the novel counterparts to each of the games. And I have found some very interesting bits of information that we're going to talk about. But before I get into this, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. If you do not like what you hear in this video, go ahead and unsubscribe. Go ahead and hit the down thumb is what I want to call it, because every like and every subscriber helps build this channel, and I want to make more of these videos, but I need more time, meaning I need more subs. So we'll see how it goes in the future, but for now, let us talk these theories. The very first theory comes from Final Fantasy X-2. You know, the game that everybody hates. Well, in Final Fantasy X-2, if you haven't already known about this thing, Shinra talks about using the far plane as a source of energy. In Final Fantasy VII, the Shinra company is stealing energy from the live stream. Now, Final Fantasy scenario writer Kazushigaki Najami has confirmed that Shinra and his descendants travel to other planets utilizing Mako extraction and establish the Shinra company 1,000 years later on Gaia. So, the official Final Fantasy scenario writer confirmed 10 comes before 7. Okay, so now the second theory. Everybody should already know this one. Gilgamesh is an interdimensional traveler. He is in all the games. He is trying to find the weapons. But for whatever reason, he is confirmed to be in all the games. He is confirmed to be traveling between all the games. And everybody knows this. Most timeline videos or connection videos work off this theory. Another theory that has been confirmed comes straight from Matsuno himself, the creator of Final Fantasy Tactics. He has said Vagrant Story, Final Fantasy Tactics, and Final Fantasy XII are connected. They are in the same universe. They do take place after one another. And if you have a problem with that, take it up with the creator. Now, there is actually a couple of ones that I have not found out. In Final Fantasy 15, if you watch the Kingsglaive prequel movie DLC thing, whatever it's called, the Kingsglaive, there is something that attacks. It is called the Diamond Weapon. These are confirmed to be the same one from Final Fantasy VII. So, that means 7 is connected to 15, which I didn't even think about at the time. So, whether I'm going to deep into this, well, I'm going to deep dive into this, but it's something to look into. So, expect that video in the near future. Another one that I have never heard, but apparently is official, in Final Fantasy 15's movie, Kingsglaive, the Luci Knights or Monarchs, the previous kings, are in fact the Knights of the Round. And if you have any if you want to, how should I put this, dispute this, just go look at the credits, because it confirms it right there. Another one that is confirmed, but only through cut content, was Final Fantasy 1 and Final Fantasy 9. In Final Fantasy 9, you're able to fight one of the four elemental fiends. The cut content was you would have to fight all four of them. And with the addition of Garland, it was supposed to be a larger connection to the original Final Fantasy game. So what does this mean for the series? It means I'm going to have to look in deeper into most of my theories and my timeline, and I will have to be bringing it back just in order for me to be able to get a true timeline going. Now, I will not be adding Stranger of Paradise, the Final Fantasy Origin, because that game in itself, if it is canon, which I have yet to finish playing to see, says that all Final Fantasy games are in one world and one time. You will see the Crystal Tower from 6. You will see the Hero King tomb from 12. There is a lot of connections, and it just seems to be some would call it a fan-made love story to the series. But I have yet to finish playing it. I'm actually yet to start playing it. I own it. But that is how I will be going forward. I will be taking a look at all of these theories, cross-referencing, adding more onto them. But as of now, keep an eye on this channel going forward, because the timeline will change. If I find a theory, I'm going to put it together. I'll even give you guys a short one here at the end here. But please just keep an eye on the channel. So, and give me information down below in the comments if you think what I say and any of these confirmed theories, and even a couple of rejected, like Riona is not Ultimacia. That was denied. The Knights of the Round are not the spirits of the Cetra. Skull does not die at the end of Disc 1. Things like that. And no, Aerith cannot be revived. Stop trying. But anyway, so the one theory that I'm going to give you guys is there are two timelines in Final Fantasy 15. The one is a cut content because the DLC was pulled, and so it was never officially confirmed. But here's the theory. The alternate timeline theory in Final Fantasy 15 was something that fans considered after watching several trailers that don't represent what's happening in the game. This could have been down to the fact that the series' 15th installment was originally Final Fantasy Versus 13, and the story changed during development. However, the alternate realities concept was confirmed in a leaked image from GDC 2017 and the episode Ingus DLC. It was a clever way to add more layers to the game's story, and more content was planned and would have explained the mystery surrounding the Omen trailer, among other things. Sadly, Square Enix pulled the plug on any more DLCs after the announced episode Ardent before the game's director's vision was fully realized, and he quit as a result. So, what we're going to do with this theory is put your information below. Tell me if you think this would have made 15 better. If you think I should add it to the timeline. Or anything like that. Just let me know down below. So, guys, this is a short video, but it's only just a quick heads up. So, please look forward to the redo of my timeline, because as I said at the beginning of this video, mistakes were made, and we're going to fix them. So, till next time, thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe as always, and I'll see you hopefully very soon.